Last week we saw the DSY, that is the US dollar, decline even after the release of the US job data, which comes out better than expected. Even after that, but some factors are still taken into consideration, which make US dollar decline last week. And let's check the economic calendar. It was a crazy busy week for forex trader, as we have to balance the release of the top tier economic indicators, including the US employment updates and the three major bank policy statements, which comes from the AUD, the ECB, and then from the FOMC press conference. So in the middle of last week, AUD and NZD took the top tiers as the most performing currency till the end of last week. So the dovish hike from Fed and then the ECB, so it gives rise into the battle of worst performance for the week for the both currency. So this week, what we are looking at this week is to check the economic calendar of this week and see the news we have this week. Maybe it will affect most of the currency. So the combination of these labor market numbers, the regional bank contagion fears and recession concern, is one of the things that drags dollar into a downward trend for the week. So the regional bank are panicking, the recession fear is there, and then the labor market, this job data too from the US dollar too, is one of the factors that influence the panicking, because after the drop of this NFP report, there is a report that US dollar could likely go on recession before the mid of the year or towards the ending of this year. So these are all of the factors that market took into consideration, and we have the decline in the dollar last week to the downside, even after the better than expected report of this number. And if you check historically, if we have this job data coming out better than expected, like this year alone, if you have this job number coming better than expected, the next month you will see US dollar decline. After this job came out better than expected, next month US dollar will decline. So that's what have been happening this year. So let's check this week the economic activities we have for this week. So this week we don't have much on the economic data. From Monday, Tuesday, there is no economic report Monday, Tuesday. But on Wednesday we have the US dollar CPI. So, and don't forget, CPI is inflation measure news. So on Thursday we have the monetary policy coming out from the pounds from the Bank of England, and then maybe on Friday we have the GDP out of the pounds, and then on Thursday too we have core PPI, that is producer price index from the US dollar. So all this, I don't think it will weigh on dollar or to make dollar to strong, irrespective of the outcome of this news. This news, even if it comes positive, it might just be short-lived. You might just see US dollar maybe rally for maybe some hours, then after the news has faded, then it will do what? It will decline back to the normal position, because the recession fear and the regional bank panicking, everything is still weighing on US dollar. So let's go to the analysis for this week. So as you can see, US dollar is back below 102.347. As you can see, US dollar is below this particular area. So what I'm looking at is maybe I might just see a retracement maybe on Monday towards this side, then a decline to 98075 is what I'm looking at on there. So you'll be surprised that I'm using line charts. I'm just using it to smoothen the price of the currency pair. So let's put it to candlestick so that you can see it very well. As you can see, if you zoom in further, you will see that the weekly candle closes bearish. I was thinking maybe this will close bullish before. It will have been a good move, because this area is a very strong support level, but right now we saw it closing below that particular area. So you might just see a small retracement maybe just retracement to this area and a move to 98.075. so US dollar will still predicting on the down movement in the next couple of weeks. So let's see how it goes. So this is my prediction right there, my analysis right there. Maybe we'll have a decline from here to 98075 because that's the next obvious support level for the DSY. So the first one currency we want to do. Okay, let's first check gold before we go to other currencies. So we saw gold declining on Friday after testing the let's see, after testing the March 22 high. So this is the March okay, yeah, it's March 22. So after testing the March 22 high, it's a decline from that top. As you can see, this is the first top, second top, and triple top, forming the triple top that place right there. So let's see where these decline my head, because the US dollar and gold are inversely correlated pairs. So if gold is strong, US dollar will be weak, and if gold is weak, US dollar will be strong. But at this moment, this might just be that it comes to fill all the sell orders here. Then we might see some buyers push it and break above this particular level. So before the buyers accumulate the orders, let's see where they would like to accumulate the orders. As you can see, we can still see potential drop in gold, maybe to this particular level before we see the break of that particular resistance right there, because that's a very strong resistance level that has failed to break since March 22. So let's see how it goes right here. But what I'm looking at right here is for it to retest this particular level. So we might see a break of this level. So we might actually see a break of this level right here, or you see a bounce at this level. If it did not bounce at this level, then we should be waiting for this level for a bounce right here to break this particular resistance level. So the first one I want to check is GBP US dollar. So GBP US dollar, we saw it breaking the resistance level last week and then did a retest at that particular level, as you can see. So we have break of this level and a retest right there. So the next resistance level for GBP USD is 1.29731. So US dollar for me is to the upside after breaking this particular level right here. So we might just see a small retracement and a move to 1.29731 as we saw the US dollar, and then as the DSY declines towards 98 something. So this one too, you can see a move to 1.29731. So the next pair we want to check is AUD USD. So AUD USD, just let's zoom it so that you can see it clearly. So let's use the line chart. This is the line chart, so it indicates that actually we are in an uptrend right there. So after it reject this level, and this is the third time it's rejecting that particular level. So here we can say that the next this is the next obvious resistance level, and then that was the first one, and then this one too. So this one too right there. So actually let's go back to the candlestick. So we might actually see a decline from here, because this level too is a very solid area. It has tested it many times from here to here to here to here. So actually, and if one thing you should know is that if a resistance level is being tested many times, it becomes weaker as price test that particular resistance or support level. So this resistance level might have weak, so we might actually see a break or maybe a retracement before the break of that resistance level. So I'm waiting for the break of this resistance level, which will push the price to 0.69068, which is the next obvious level for the AUD USD. So the next one I want to check is US dollar after breaking the resistance level. So let's put it in the weekly time frame, and then let's use line. As you can see, this, using this line, it looks like something is forming like a head and shoulder right here, and then this is our next resistance level right there. So let's go back to the candlestick. So which means that we have break of this resistance level, we have break this resistance level right there, and it comes for a retest. So this is the next this is our target at 1.14681. so euro US dollar, I'm looking for a move to 1.14681. and then another thing we can use to determine where the retracement might over, even if you want to retrace, is unless we can actually plot a trend line at that particular level, reduce it. So actually, even if you want to see a retracement, the retracement might not pass this particular level right there, and then see a move to 1.14681. so that's what I'm looking at on euro US dollar this week, because this is where the opposite effect might actually comes in. So US dollar card, the next one I want to check is a US dollar card. If you check this US dollar card in the monthly time frame, you can see that this zone is a very strong level for US dollar, Canadian dollar in the monthly time frame. As you can see, the next support level is at 1.32991. so let's use the 4-hour time frame to calculate the entry to the downside. As you can see, we have a very big move to the downside last week. So actually this week we might see, this week you might just see a retracement, maybe going to test this level and then subsequently break out to 1.32991. so after breaking this level, this is the next level we are looking at on US dollar card. So let's see how it goes right there. So the next pair we want to check is NZD USD. So going to the weekly time frame, let's see what's going on. Let's smoothen the charts first. So smoothing the charts, you can see that something is also looking like a head and shoulder here, which fails to break below this particular level right there. So it tells us that we still have more move to the what, more move to the upside. So checking the daily time frame and using the candlestick, let's see how it goes right there. So this one still tell us that we have a strong support level at this area. As you can see, price reject it here, and then here. This is the obvious next resistance level. So using the candlestick, so as you can see, this is the next obvious resistance level right there. So SND USD to the upside, we can just see maybe a retracement here and then a break to 0.65199. so that's what I'm looking at on SND USD, as the risk sentiment still weigh on US dollar, and SND is one of the most performing currency last week, and I think it's still going to continue to perform in the next couple of weeks. And most of the commodity currencies too, I think most of the commodity currencies too are going to perform very well this week, from the AUD to SND to Canadian dollar. So let's go to US dollar JPY. So using the line chart, we can see that US JPY has let's indicate the support and resistance. Here we have support level here. When it gets here, it got rejected, and when it got to this particular resistance level, it got rejected too. So using the 4-hour time frame, let's see what's going on right there. Back to candlestick. So we can still see some move to the downside on US dollar JPY after expecting this trend line multiple times, 1 2 3 and 4. So we can still see a move to 137,415. So I foresee the weakness on the JPY PS this week. Let's see how it goes. But here's dollar JPY. I'm looking for a move to. I will not be taking the trade if it break this trend line to the downside. So I will not be taking the trade at all. So I'm looking for a move to the upside to the resistance it has tested before. That is 137,415. This is almost like 200 and something pips. It's not bad for this week. So next pair I want to check is Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. So checking the, let's check the, so the overall direction of this pair is to the upside. As you can see, we have tested this particular level for the third time, and if we use the line candlestick, you'll see that that level is a very strong support level with the trend line. So you have tested multiple times, and we often we have a fair breakout here, and then it breaking back to that place. So we tell us that it is a very strong level of support right there. So my analysis on JPY is to the upside, and then the next level I can see here is this level right here. Is the next level, next resistant level I can see right there. So we might actually see a retracement to the downside, which will give rise to the break to that particular level. So let's see how it goes on Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. So that's what I'm looking at on that pair. So AUD Swiss franc, if you use the line chart, let's go to the weekly time frame. So here we have to use Fibonacci retracement and determine where the trend will end. So this is the high, and then this is the low. So actually we might see, well, we might still see a move to this 50% retracement or 61% retracement level. Is either this level or this level before we see the further decline to this downside. So this is what I'm looking at. If you go back to use the line, the candlestick, as you can see, we have a momentum, a very strong momentum bullish candlestick at this particular, which tells us that more buyers are still around this corner. So we might actually see a move to this level. Oh, that's a mistake right there. Withdraw. So I might actually see a move to this particular area before that decline to the downside, but the overall direction is to the downside. And to confirm this, we can use trend line also to know where the trend will end. So let's put the trend line. Actually, the trend line stopped at let's say 31.8. Let's say we might have a fake breakout to the 61.8 retracement level before we see further decline to the downside. You know, AUD and NZD is one of the best performing pairs next week. This week I still believe that they will continue to rally. Both currency and most of the commodity currencies will continue to rally this week. Maybe in the next couple of weeks they might resume back to the selling pressure. So let's see how it goes on AUD Swiss franc right there. So the next pair is AUD Canadian dollar. If you check this on line chart, what do you see? This is where you see the support level line down there. So then after that, you might actually see a breakout at this area too. I'm actually see a breakout at this area too. So let's use the candlestick. actually this is what we see right here. So this is the next resistance level. So the Canadian dollar to the upside. So this is what I'm looking at. I will not be taking our upside trade if I see a break below the level of 0.89566. So this is what I'm looking to trade on AUD Canadian dollar to the upside, and this is where the opposite effect might actually come in at 0.93935. So the next one is Euro Australian dollar. So looking at Euro Australian dollar, if you check the levels, let's put the levels there. So the next level of support is right here. The next level of support is right there, and then let's go to the 4-hour time frame. So using trend line right here, you can see that we have a break of that level already. Let's go back to candlestick. You can see we have a break of that level already to the downside. So what I'm looking at is you might just see a few retracement back to test this area right there, and a move to 1.61422 as we are still on AUD strength bias. So we might actually see a move to 1.61421. So the last pair I want to check on this weekly forex forecast is NZD JPY. So let's go to the daily time frame to weekly. Now using the, let's fit out the noise of the candlestick. So here you can see that this is a very strong support level right here. This is a very strong support level, and you can also see a breakout at this particular area. So the opposite effect might actually come in at this level because the previous test of that resistance has been made, and then the next level should be at this particular area. The next level should be at 91439. So let's go back to the candlestick. You can see we have a breakout already from that level. So we might actually see a retracement to this side, and which might actually stop here, and then we'll have a move to 87.787, and then the next level is let's check it right there, is 91439. So that's what I'm looking at on SZD. So enter the JPY to the downside. I actually see a retracement, then a move to 87.787. So any retracement you see on SZD JPY is an opportunity for you to look for an upside movement to 87787, subsequently 91.439. So this is it in the weekly forex forecast for the week. If you are new in this channel, please click on subscription, like, and share. So check in the description box. There is a link to the Telegram channel, which I drop the trade updates every day, my entry, my exit, and then I drop instant trade calls there, and then with take profit and then stop loss with 1.2 to 1.3 risk to reward ratio. There's a link to a verified broker in the description box too. Click on it, register the broker. So good luck, have a good trading week.